What's up guys, I hope you can find this video helpful if you're new to the homebrew scene. Right here I'm just watering my rosemary plant. Take advantage, you know. Go ahead and fill your kettle up to 8 gallons of water or whatever the recipe calls for. I got this RV filter at the local hardware store here in Port Charlotte for around $20, I think. It's good for getting rid of chemicals like chlorine. A lot of brewers you will see will add some of their salts to alter the pH at this moment in the brew. I don't have a pH meter at this time, so I can't do anything like that. Right here, I had just hooked up the thermometer to the controller. If this isn't hooked up, it doesn't function properly. And now I'm setting the temperature to 160 degrees, which is the strike water temp. Looks like I just hooked up the pump. Getting the excess liquid out of the filter right there. If you guys are enjoying the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. These hoses are great. They've got a quick disconnect. It's always nice to keep a couple of hand towels around to clean up a quick spill. Yeah, right here you can see a better view of the kettle. And actually, me and one of my good buddies, he actually had got this for me. The whole setup is from a company called Brewer Supply. They're based out of Asheville, North Carolina. And I will leave a link in the description for you guys to purchase if you are interested. All right, here we are adding 10 pounds of grain, 6 pounds of 2-row, 4 pounds of white wheat. And I was able to pick this up at a brewery in St. Pete, Southwest Florida, Avid Brewery. If you're ever in the St. Pete area, you gotta stop by and grab a pint from them. Usually I crush my own grains, but they did that for me when I purchased them. Here, I'm just making sure we don't have any dough balls. Stir and stir and stir. Looks good. My original intentions was to do a quick mash for 15 minutes at 160. And right here, I think I grabbed a hydrometer reading and I just wasn't happy with the results. It was my first time attempting this, and that's, you know, a big part of home brewing is to experiment. And I didn't quite like the results, so I lowered the temperature to around 150 degrees and added around another 45 minutes or so to the mashing process. I'm just waiting. Right here, I'm adjusting the electronic controller and bringing it up to boiling temperature, which on my system is 212 degrees Fahrenheit. Also take this time to grab the grain basket after it's strained for a substantial amount of time and dump it on my composting pile. And as you can see, I'm back already. I'm gonna put the lid on for now while it's heating up to boiling temp. That's the hot basket. And we're gonna add 1 ounce of Saz. at the 60-minute mark. Right there, I just added a half tablespoon of yeast nutrients. I think I'm taking a hydrometer reading here around 90 degrees, I think. I always like to take a picture of the hydrometer reading before I spill it or pass it on to my wife for the first taste, in case I am unable to recollect the number in my head later. 1.04 this time. Grab a quick taste. During the cold crash, I had a little bit of a hiccup with one of the hoses that was dropped around the tree, just spraying everywhere, and I got soaked. It was kind of funny. At the moment, I was freaking out and worried about water spraying into the wort, but the disaster was averted. Right here, I'm just making sure everything is properly sanitized. Of course, you know, we had to add the right amount of star sand. Now I will add the beer into the fermentation bucket and aerate in the process. This is a good thing to keep in mind if you have the opportunity to do it, because I'm going to be shaking it up later anyways to add oxygen into the beer, which helps kickstart the fermentation process. Right there, I'm just checking to see how many gallons are actually in the bucket. I'm trying to get it as close to 5 gallons as possible. Make sure everything's sanitized. If you've noticed, I've already made a really big mistake. Comments if you've noticed it. To buy a rubber mallet. And that's when I noticed I needed to fix something. Leave a comment if you noticed. I have to take the bucket lid off and yeah, add the yeast. Dumb mistake. Make sure everything's properly sanitized and everything will be okay. The instructions called on this particular leaf strain, which is dry, to just dump it straight over the wort. Right here, I'm just making sure everything's sanitized and yep. Grab the axe and just smash it. That's what you're supposed to do, right? Give it a good shake. You're supposed to do this for around a minute. I just do it till I get tired usually. And that's about it, guys. I'm gonna grab the airlock, change my mind a few times, and then I'm gonna set this in my pantry for a good year. In 3 weeks, I'll add a round of Roselare and start the souring process. Catch you guys on the next one.